Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Christi Lukasiak. Thanks for stopping by. If you are new around here, please don't forget to subscribe, turn on those post notifications, leave a comment below and let me know what video you would like to see from me next. Okay, so I thought it would be kind of fun today. I always try to share some Dance Moms content. You guys seem to love Dance Moms content. So I thought it would be kind of fun today to go through and share a list of dances that Chloe was not in that I absolutely loved and wish she had been in. In some of the later seasons, I think I'm missing a nail by the way. I think some of the best dances happened in the later seasons when we were already gone. I mean, we had been shoved out the door. And so I think Chloe missed out on dancing what would have been or could have been some of my absolute faves. So we're gonna go through those. I'm gonna talk about them, why I love them. And just keep in mind, there's probably a million more. These are in no particular order. So it's not like I'm giving you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going through and ones that stick out or ones that kind of have a special place in my heart or that I've seen and I'm like, oh, that's amazing, or just live rent free in my head. So these are those dances. Shall we talk about them? Oh, one other thing I want to disclose is I am not entirely sure that I know the full backstory of all of these dances because I didn't watch these episodes. So if I get information wrong, please don't come at me. I will definitely learn what the real backstory is when Kelly and I go through and watch these dances for our podcast, Back to the Bar. So if you haven't listened to Back to the Bar yet, you absolutely should listen because each week we go back through, we recap an old episode, and we kind of tell you what we were thinking or what was happening behind the scenes. All right, we are gonna start off with one of my faves. I don't know who choreographed this. This does not look like typical ALDC choreography. So I'm guessing, just based on this, that somebody came in and choreographed this, and that is Stomp the Yard. Love this number. It was hip hop. Our girls didn't really do hip hop, and when they did, as evidenced by that brilliant dance, Light My Fire, and also Chloe's hip hop solo that she was doing turns a la Saccone. We don't really specialize in great hip hop choreography, so I think whoever did Stomp the Yard was definitely not an ALDC full-time employee. This looks like a guest choreographer, but I thought the girls looked amazing. The costumes were fun. I thought they really all did a great job in this number. I would have liked to have seen Chloe do this number because I think, and I'm speculating here, I think she would have been really good in this style of hip hop versus some of the other hip hop numbers that she got to perform on Dance Moms. So Stomp the Yard was great. I think all the girls in the number were absolutely fantastic. I wish she had done that one. Up next, and this is such a Christi number to love, is Sweet Charity. I think that's what it was called on the show. They were in the red costumes. I think they had Laducas on, high heels. I mean, they were character shoes if they weren't Laducas. I don't know if they used that term on the show. Laducas is a very specific brand of shoe that make your foot look gorgeous if you were a dancer. But everything about this number just screamed a dance that I would love. Love musical theater. I love that it's kind of a little bit slower, not so cutesy, a little bit more sultry. Thought it was really cute for that age group because the girls were obviously getting older. Thought the costumes were amazing. I love that they had the bar. I freaking love Nia in this dance. So I really would have loved to have seen Chloe do Sweet Charity. Okay, so now we're getting into the ALDC numbers that are so great, that we were so great at, and that was those dramatic lyrical pieces that tell a story. And I think Hotline was spectacular. Loved the table, the telephone. I thought Kalani was beautiful in it. Obviously she was featured, but honestly I thought all of the girls really told the story. And I think anytime our girls were challenged with telling a story, especially a lyrical number, they really stepped up to the plate, and I thought that the girls in this number did a gorgeous job. It was gorgeous. And I mean, obviously a very powerful and important piece. And those are the kinds of dances that I thought were the most impactful on the show. Which brings me to another dance that is kind of in that same vein, and that is The Waiting Room. I think this was Nationals season 5, I want to guess. But I love the use of the prop in this dance. And one thing I will say about the way that Abby and Gianna always utilized a prop is there was never really a dead prop on stage, meaning that if there was a prop in a dance, they made sure that somebody was always using it. They didn't just bring it out, put somebody on it at the beginning and then pose at the end. So I thought that the way that they used this was really brilliant. I thought the levels were interesting, and obviously, again, the girls are telling a very emotional, moving story in this number. But to be honest, Chloe would have probably been the doctor who accidentally engaged in medical malpractice and killed the patient. I mean, come on. She was always the bad guy in the dances, especially towards the end. Maybe thank God for small favors, right? But again, this dance was gorgeous and beautiful. Another dance that I really wish Chloe had had the opportunity to perform was actually when we were on the show, and that is Home Again. That was the season 3 nationals group dance. Unfortunately, Chloe's mother was behaving like a little piece of Bourbon Street trash and got into a little fisticuff. We'll say a little fisticuff. And so I just opened the door wide open for Abby to get rid of us and not allow Chloe to defend her national title, which was like the dream for her. So I couldn't have handed her what she wanted more on a silver platter if I tried. Chloe will often talk about, there's a part where the girls hold their dresses and they walk forward and they stomp and they use the dresses. That little tiny piece of choreography was from a senior number that Chloe loved before the show. She still to this day will be like, I never got to do Home Again, and she'll like do that little piece of choreography with a little bit of bitterness to her mother. But you know, who could blame her, right? Not my finest moment. Another dance that happened in that episode that I would have loved to have seen Chloe perform was Voodoo Doll. Now, don't get me wrong, I thought Kendall was amazing in this dance. I thought she performed it to the best of her ability. I thought she did a spectacular job as a dance mom who is very competitive, obviously. Oh, that dance was so made for Chloe. It's one of those dances that I know she would have been fantastic in because it was so up her alley in her wheelhouse. Plus, honestly, I would have so put that costume in my New Orleans Airbnb. I should actually see if Jill's willing to give it to me. And finally, the last dance that I really would have loved to have seen Chloe perform is the iconic Boss Ladies. How do you watch Dance Moms and not love this dance, right? It is one of those top 5 dances that everyone remembers from the show. I thought the girls were amazing in it. I wish Chloe had done it. It was so fun. The choreography so sassy, and it was a viral TikTok trend, you know? So that's one of the things that I'm like, oh, I wish she had been in that one. But you know, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. But you know, if I could go back, wave a wand, and put her in the numbers, those are the ones I would choose. And I'm sure there's a million others that I'm not thinking of. So please let me know what dances you loved outside of the time that we were on the show, so I can take a look at them and see if I had wished Chloe had been in those too. All right, I will see you back here next time. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment below, and thanks for watching. Bye.